Hi you guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you are all having a wonderful day. Today I thought I would do an updated plant room tour. It's been probably, I have to check, but I'm thinking about a month since I showed you this room, and I have changed some things. I've taken things out, added things in, and I just wanted to let you guys see what it looks like now. So let's go ahead and get started. So I'll just start right at this end here, and we'll start with my fall sowing plants. I just sowed these about probably 4 days ago, and they're already sprouts coming up. This container basically contains greens, salads, like different lettuces, cauliflower, and cabbage. So I'm getting those started. That way, come August, September-ish, they'll be ready to plant in the beds, and then what's in the beds now will be ready to come out. So yeah, just getting that started. Now up here, I keep a majority of the plants are along the ledge here. I do a lot of propagations right on this ledge, and then I do some propagations up on the wall there, which I'll show you. But right here, these are just petunia cuttings. I'm not trying to propagate them in any way. I just stuck them in some water to see. That way I can keep the blooms in, for a little bit longer. Right here, I'm not sure, I can't remember what this is called, this vine, but I brought it outside because it was struggling in the house. So I thought that a little bit of outdoor air and sun would help it kind of bounce back, I guess. So here is my baby Prince of Orange philodendron, and if you follow me on Instagram, you know I love my Prince of Orange. I have a bigger one that I'm keeping indoors, and I just repotted him up, and he is huge. I love him so much. In here I have some Sansevieria and some ZZ Raven propagations. The Sansevieria almost got thrown out into the trash because he just wasn't doing anything in his pot, and I pulled him out. He had barely any roots, but I decided to stick him in water and see if he bounces back, and he seems to be developing roots now, which is cool. So here is my Sansevieria propagation from last summer, and I've actually gotten 4 babies, actually 4 or 5, probably about 6 babies off of this. One didn't make it, but here are 2 of her babies. And I thought they're so tiny and cute still, but these plants grow pretty slowly. And then here is her second round of babies. And I planted them all together. I think they look really cute. They're so tiny. Okay, and these are, these are jelly bean succulent propagations, and this is donkey tail. Over here is a sedum that got stepped on in the garden. I believe this is by Proven Winners, but I decided to go ahead and stick it into some water, and it has roots, which I thought was super cool. It rooted up really quickly, actually, and it had been laying out in the flower bed for a couple weeks before I even brought it in and decided to stick it in water. So I thought that was kind of crazy. Right here is a hosta that I rescued from outside. He's doing okay. I think he would prefer to be outside, planted in the soil. Here is my African violet. I actually got this from Hertz Gardens last year, and I recently split the plant into a couple different plants. One didn't survive, but I have this and another. Those are the babies again. Here are some tomato suckers that I didn't have the heart to toss, so I put them in water, and they're rooting up really good. I'm gonna plant them out into, I have a pot outside out there that I'm gonna put them in. Right here, this is my silver squill. It's doing pretty good. I need to split it up. It's got a lot of bulbs down there, and it could probably it could use a good splitting and repotting right now. Down here are some Ripsalis cuttings that I'm rooting right now. They're doing really good. They're rooted, but I wouldn't plant them up just yet. I'm not quite ready to do that. This is my Stephania erecta, and I bought that a year ago, actually, this month, and I still don't have anything growing on it. I don't know what's going on with it. Let me pull it up. No roots, nothing. It's moist. It's just doing nothing. So, oh well. Over here are two plumeria seedlings that I planted in winter, and they're doing really good. They've got a couple. Well, this one has about a few sets of leaves, and then this one is doing really well, much better than the first. Here is a little succulent propagation that I put in a tiny little pot. We have our calico kitten ears. These are, with direct sun, they turn a very, very dark pinkish purple, and that's kind of what they look like now. The new growth is very, very green, variegated, and then it just fades into the dark pink, which I love. Ripsalis right here. Now let me go back down here. There is my watermelon, string of watermelons, which is doing really good this summer. This is my Macaulay's Finale. He's doing really, really well. Once I brought him outside, he started giving me bigger leaves. Over the winter, because there's less light, you get smaller leaves. Here is a rubber tree, Ficus elastica, I think it's Taninki, and he's doing much better. He's giving me bigger leaves too, and with more variegation. You can see some of these older leaves are very, very green, with very little variegation in them, and then the newer leaves are getting a lot more variegation because they're getting a lot more light. Let me go down here. I have a couple plants down here. So I have this cactus. This cactus I've had for about a year. There were two in the pot, and then one died, and so it's just the one guy in there. I just brought him outside the other day, out here to the porch the other day. This is a Christmas cactus. I'll probably bring that back inside. It's I don't know, it's not really doing much for me out here. Down here we have peperomia. I'm not sure of the variety, but it's just doing okay. It's not doing a ton of growth, and it's not dying. So down here I actually planted some cactus seeds. They have not done anything. I just planted these a couple days ago, so we're just keeping watch on those. Here is a lemon lime philodendron, or heartleaf philodendron. This plant has done pretty much nothing for me. Actually, I might need to move it into a little bit darker area. I think that might be a little bit of sunburn there. But it's still, I mean, since I've had it, it has not done a ton of growth for me, which is strange for a philodendron. My philodendrons grow pretty quickly, so not sure what's going on. Here is a Scindapsus, and it's doing pretty well. It's put off a lot of growth. I have split this plant, took some cuttings, and I do have another plant from this plant in the house. Here is my philodendron Birkin, and it's doing wonderful. Just like a philodendron, it's putting out leaf after leaf, and it is super happy outside with the humidity. Here is my donkey tail, and it's got some new growth over here. Sorry for the bad camera handling. I would love to see this plant flower for me one year. I'm not sure what I would need to do to help it do that. Maybe give it full sun. I'm not sure. Nothing in here. These are amaranth seedlings. I have yet to plant them outside. I have a couple amaranths already outside that are doing wonderful. So I'll probably put those out once I get a great spot for them. Here is a Tradescantia variegated. I love this plant here. It's just gorgeous. Look at those leaves. Just so pretty. I brought it outside to see if we can get some of this to turn pink. And I think this one's actually showing a lot more pink. Well, it looks kind of yellow on video, but It has a little bit of pink. Right here is a pineapple that I'm trying to regrow. I don't know if it's gonna work because the green stuff is foliage is starting to turn brown, so might not be doing so well. All right, hang on. Watch out, Storm. Watch out, Storm. Miss Mamas. Okay, so right here is a lemon lime philodendron. This is the upright philodendron. It grows, if you can see, it grows straight up. This one was not doing good in soil, and this is actually a year old with me. I moved it to water because when I pulled it out of soil, it had no new roots on it. The roots that it did have were very tiny, so I decided to throw it in water. Water is usually, for me, easiest to get root growth and to rehab my plants that are struggling. So here are some little lemon seedlings, and I actually took seeds from a lemon that I had cut and stuck them in a pot, and they grew. And here, this is one. Here's an air plant that I'm killing. Here's another air plant I'm killing. This is a tiny little string of turtles. He's doing okay. Here is my, gosh, what is this called again? What is wrong with, what is this called? Clover, no. Skip. Anyways, I have two of these right here. Why can't I remember their name? Thinking. Oxalis. Two oxalises, or oxalis. Anyway, this is a colis, and this actually broke off yesterday when I was watering outside, so I'm going ahead and I'm rooting this guy up. I'm actually going to bring in my colises, as many as I can, and pot them up for an indoor plant, keep it that way. This is a avocado tree, and I actually had bad luck with starting avocados, but this one was already growing inside of the avocados, so I decided to go ahead. That would be my best chance to have one. It's one that was already growing. So here is my fiddly fig, and he's doing really well. I actually chopped the top off of him in early spring, and here is his top. And I rooted this in water. It rooted up really quickly, and I just now potted it up. It was in water probably for about 2 or 3 months. But this, once I chopped, here's the chopped piece, and then here is where the new growth came out the side, and it's already back to the height that it was and growing. So over here is a Cebu blue. Sorry. Cebu blue right here. This is a from my variegated string of hearts. It's like one of the little bulbs, and I've kept this in here just like this, and it hasn't rotted. It's very firm, but it also hasn't like grown anything. It's rooted in, but that's just about it. It's been sitting like this for probably about a year. And this plant, I'm not sure of the name. I've got this sometime early this year, and it's doing really good. It's putting out new leaves that are really pretty and variegated, and then it's got this growth over here. If anyone knows the name of this plant, please drop it below. This is a goldfish plant. He recently got repotted because he was growing super long. This is another goldfish plant. I don't have super good luck with them. Mine haven't been really doing much, as far as like they haven't flowered yet, and they haven't put out like extreme amounts of growth. Like they're just now showing signs of growth. String of pearls. And this one actually looks like pearls. This one actually looks like teardrops. So these ones are more round. These ones have more of a pointy edge to them. So I think these ones might be slightly different. More string of pearls. I tried to put all my string of pearls together to make it easier. Here's another African violet, and then a caladium, So pretty. I love that tinge of pink. Down here is a foxtail fern that my mom sent me for my birthday. We've got another rubber tree. This one is ruby, I believe. I think ruby. This might be ruby. The other one, Taniki. And then I have a big one in the house, and I think he might be ruby, Taniki, and burgundy. I don't know. Here is my begonia maculata. This plant is doing super good. He got a big chop. I chopped him from this, which is the mother plant, and he rooted up just fine. The mother plant looks terrible. Here's a syngonium that's looking amazing since I brought it outside. This used to sit in my dining room. It got a little less light, but now that it's outside, it seems to be doing wonderful. Here is my Aglonema Pink Dalmatian, which I love. It's putting out new growth outside. It's so happy. So happy. And this right here, what are you? Starts with an A. Anthurium? Anthurium? I don't remember. I forgot. Here is my philodendron black cardinal. It's doing pretty well. This plant has kind of been, it's been putting out new leaves, but it's just been very, like, the leaves have been very crinkly. So I don't know what that's about. I don't know if that's a humidity thing, a watering issue. I'm not sure. Here is my philodendron micans. This just came out in the last week, and it's doing okay. I'm keeping it in the shade, bright and direct light. My gosh, I'm forgetting all the names. Amaryllis. He started growing again. I don't know what to even do with that. But anyway. All right, you guys. So this video is getting really long. So I'm going to go ahead and do a part 2. So stick around and click on the part 2 video so you guys can continue to see what's going on in this plant room. Okay, see you in the next video.